Ashlesha Nakshatras. If you have a sun, moon, rising, Atmakaraka, or any significant placement in Ashlesha Nakshatra, this reading could be for you. Damn Ashlesha, guys, I have to tell you this. This is so spooky, but this is the thing about Ashlesha Nakshatras. Like, it's often considered as this really spooky, really. I would also say mystical nakshatra, because this nakshatra also talks a lot about Kundalini awakening and stuff like that, right? So, one of those magnificent opus, magnum opus type of asterism that you guys are, right? Like, right before I could come into your energy, I saw so many spooky things. Like, I saw a horror movie, I saw weird warnings, I saw something, like phantasma type of stuff, spooky stuff. Very much like way before I entered into your read, and I was like, damn, this energy. So, damn Ashleshas, I think your energy comes off like that to people, because I think you guys know how to like sort people out. So you kind of like, I just feel like there is this energy of spooking people out. Yeah, there's also like Hermit in Reverse. I often feel like it talks about a lot about spirits. It talks a lot about just lonely, spooky spirits type of stuff that don't like it's kind of like a sort of isolation. Usually this means isolation that is given to you, but or the isolated time not being used in a proper way. Or sometimes I take the Hermit in Reverse as someone who is forcing somebody to go into an introspective mode. If you think about it, these things like spooky movies, horror movies, this genre itself, it makes you want to, like, fear is the very thing that a human is the most scared, like, it's the very thing that that a human being never wants to touch, right? It's something that the human never wants to dive into. And the thing is, what comes after fear is bravery, resilience, courage. You realize that there is so much more to you. Once you face your fears, you become something, I would say unsurpassable, if I had to be honest, but you become a different version of yourself, right? Now, this Hermit in Reverse, with the fact that I'm getting so many spooky genres in my mind, I just feel like maybe you guys are like, I don't know, I think there is like an energy where either you are testing people or people are testing you. Like, people need to pass that test that you have presented before them before they can access you, right? Which is quite the, I think Ashlesha oftentimes gets ostracized a lot by the nakshatra asterism, because it's like this, really, it's the nakshatra that, unlike Pushya will give milk, right? The Cancer nakshatras, which initiate water, which create water, Pushya nakshatra gives milk, auspicious kind of water. And not auspicious water, I would say it gives milk, which is basically nutritious water. And then Ashlesha gives poison, snake venom, right? So there is like how do I say this? Nowadays, venom, for example, the lizard's venom, I don't know, it's not lizard venom, but I think Ozempic is made from a lizard hormone, all right? And so I'm just trying to say that things are not auspicious, or a human being makes things auspicious or inauspicious according to their wills and wishes, right? So a very protective energy coming from you guys, like right away. I think this is what the Ashlesha asterism is all about. Very spooky, but like, I think maybe either you guys are testing somebody, their fears, or they are testing yours. I don't know. There's something like that coming through in here. Queen of Cups in Reverse. I was saying Queen of Cups in Reverse, my queen in fear. She is I usually call her the tsunami queen because for her, she cannot. It's like if if she is feeling the fear within her, then the entire world needs to feel the fear with her. If she is feeling that she is underwater, the entire world needs to go on a tsunami for her. So this is the Queen of Cups in reverse. That's the first card coming out for your Shlesha. Yeah, I feel like there is some sort of fear in your mind. Maybe you're like you are feeling it within yourself. Maybe you are expressing this fear out loud. Whatever this is, I am taking this as some sort of a positive thingy, but let's see how it comes out, right? We have the Seven of Swords in reverse. So somebody is getting caught. I don't know, maybe like it could be getting caught, or it like someone is able to see through the sneaky facade. So almost like I don't know if take it how it resonates, but if you were like gaslighted or made to feel a certain type of way, and your feelings had overridden your logic and was playing with your mind's capability to see through some things, I feel like now there is something like you might be able to see through it. You might be able to see through the gaslighting, through this maybe you're catching on to the wrong things people might have done to you, or the way people might have made you feel and sort of like kept you in that feeling, right? So something like getting out of that fear based mindset, something like that is coming through in here. Also like looking past people's sneakiness or sneaky aura, whatever it could be. Let's see. Two of Swords in reverse. Alright, Three of Wands as I cut the deck, and Ten of Swords upright. Yeah, I think there was some sort of like I feel like maybe you were made to feel a certain type of way, maybe because this is something that happens a lot with Cancer people many a times, where you start living in that emotion that people make you feel, and it's like people use that sensitivity or people use that vulnerability to their advantage to keep a person gaslighted in a certain feeling or in a certain emotion, right? Yeah. Ten of Swords again. I'm telling you, as I was saying the word Ten of Swords, I saw a vision of like a ghost with black eyes, like deep black eyes, just looking directly into me, right? And I'm telling you, it's not. I think I won't consider it as much of a spook. Like yes, it's kind of like there is something spooky about it. Yes, but I feel like maybe you're able to see past the spookiness of something, or I don't know, there is something that could have scared you for a while. It could have kept you in a confusion state. It could have kept your mind confused for a very long time. It could have made you feel as if like your mind felt scattered brain in some way or something or the other. We have the Ten of Swords in here. So yeah, very much like that feeling of fear, basically just like, oh my god, I'm already like, what is this? Is this it's kind of like a fearful emotion or a fearful feeling, like there is a thing about that I think is very important. When you see a spooky thing, or whenever you see a ghost or anything miraculous or anything that is just very different from what we are used to looking at, it oftentimes doesn't really it brings out the fear of the unknown, but many a times it brings out the fear of losing the stability that we have in our hand, losing the kind of good things that we have in our life, or those things being taken away from us. So something along the lines of like, I just feel like something could have I don't know, instigated or triggered this energy where it could have felt like there is no hope after it, or it could have felt like you were going to be betrayed. And I don't know, there is something like you are able to see past through it, or maybe I don't know, maybe it used to be a thing that used to trigger you, that used to scare you away, but now it just seems like this is the very thing from where you're gonna grow out, from where you're gonna plant your seed, and from where you're gonna start, I don't know, I'm getting start reaping what you sow. So that could be significant, that could be a significant thing. We have the 9 of cups in reverse. Okay. Ooh, 10 of cups in reverse and the 9 of cups in reverse. That's cool, because after the 9 we have the 10, and this is the cup suit, both of them coming one after the other. Oh, we have the ace of cups in the back of the deck, that is also in reverse. All right. Yeah, something could have felt, I'm telling you, right, whatever this confusion was, this made you feel as if an environment that was really good for you or was really nurturing for you, it kind of made you feel as if this environment was not the right environment for you. Maybe because of the way you were feeling about something. So I don't know, there was this reading that I did. I think it was the Mrigashira reading. I totally forgot, man. I did a reading for somebody out there where it was like, I don't know, yeah, they were allowing their emotions to like take the best of them. Yeah. So I think something like that is the same thing with you. Maybe you should check out that Ardra and Mrigashira reading if you have any Gemini placement. I don't know, I'm also getting someone in here could have Pisces placement in significant. But yeah. Man, this gives a lot of that energy, like the 9 of cups in reverse, the 10 of cups upright. Is it visible? Yeah, the cards are visible. Wait a second. Yeah, I think it's visible. So yeah, with the 9 of cups in reverse and the ace of cups in reverse, I feel like something really nurturing could have felt like a personal inconvenience in some way, or maybe you were made to feel in a certain kind of way about a very good place, right? And because of that you were in this confusion state for a very long time. I feel like that's because you were paying way too much attention to your emotional state of mind, and I'm sensing that you are finally like able to move out of this space. Also with the deer in here, again I feel like asking you guys to go towards the Mrigashira reading. Something about that read could be significant for you. Wow. 9 of swords in reverse. I'm telling you, right, something was way more than it. Yeah, now this card wants to come out as well. 8 of cups in reverse. 8 of cups in reverse, strength in reverse. I'm telling you, something could have like made you feel like a lot of fear. Like I promise you on that one. Like there's something like 8 of cups in reverse, especially when in this deck, this means paranoia. Like it's almost like you don't know if you need to, like it's almost like you're leaving something behind, but you're leaving it behind because you were paranoid, or you did not know what else option to take. 9 of swords in reverse again. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse. I don't know, maybe somebody was clinging on to the wealth that they created, or they were clinging on to, like they were attaching themselves to or they were attaching their own value with the things that they do. I was getting like this like I was just watching this TikTok, right, where like a man was like, this is a husband wife couple TikTok where the husband says that where the wife asks the husband if he would leave her for an year or he would leave golf for an year. The husband was like, I would rather leave you for 5 years and would rather play golf. And then the woman tries to justify that well, then who is going to do your diapers, who's going to do the, who's going to cook your food and everything else. So it's like she's trying to like define her worth with the household chores that she does, and that is not how you should be defining your worth to your own partner who has chosen you to be your person for the rest of your life, right? So there's something like that in here. Somebody needs to like stop associating their worth or their value to the things that they bring into the table, because this has got to do more than that. This is I think that this is the sort of paranoia that somebody has, like that they aren't as useful, or they aren't as, yeah, there's something, they aren't as worthless as they would have thought themselves to be. Maybe they are way more worthless than that as well. Like they are not as worthless as the household chores that they do, they are way more worthless than the household chores itself. So something is making someone feel a certain type of way, and I feel like, Ashlesha's, in your case, if there is any environment, any space, especially with the 10 of cups, it reminds me of the family dynamics, right? If there is a place like that that makes you feel like that, I don't know, maybe this month you're getting, oh my freaking god, the Hermit in reverse coming back again. I think this is in its, I don't know if you have any connection to any spirit guides, or I don't know why I'm getting Dasi spirit. Dasi means servant in Hindi. I don't usually like, something just tells me like, yeah, like I don't know, maybe somebody's spirit could be like, maybe somebody was a servant in their previous life, but I mostly feel like this is like a spirit that is serving itself for you, or is in your servitude or something like that. But there is also feeling of indignation that comes with the spirit, like this person or the spirit of this individual just because how do I say this, maybe in their maybe when this person was alive, they had to face a lot of indignation, they had to face a lot of indignity because they were serving for other people, right? Even if in spiritual realms, they have they are a spirit like everybody else, maybe in their lifetime, maybe they had to endure the work of a servant in some way, right? They were of servitude or something like that. So I don't know, there is something like, whoever this, maybe there is something like this spirit is just coming through and is trying to like tell you what your value is, or they are trying to like push you in this I don't know, introspection, where they want you to realize and understand the value that you bring into the table, right? Rather than just thinking that you're like, yeah, because I feel like, even in today's day and age, when the way we treat subway workers, waiters, waitresses, people who are just working in the service industry, the way we treat them, we make them feel as if the work that they do is for the servitude of others, and that's why it's not worth it, or there's something like that in here, where I think the spirit, because they themselves had felt this way in their past life, or when they were alive, maybe they felt that everybody treated them like a servant, or everybody looked down on them. I feel like this person is coming through and is like, hey, just because the world decides to look down on you for the service that you're providing, because they like to make that service about themselves, or they like to make other people's life insignificant to the point that it only serves them, and they only want to hold a idea or a narrative that people who do service job don't, like, people who do the service jobs do it for their service, or they try to create a narrative where a person's life is insignificant because it's only there to serve other people, not there to like actually earn for themselves. So there is something like that in here. Like I feel like you're breaking through that type of, because with the Ace of Swords in here, I really love this energy in a way where it just brings this, like it ushers this clarity in your mind and puts you on the game, right? Just puts you on the game and is like, hey, that narrative is a narrative that people create about other people, where it's like you have to keep on doing the work. Like it's a narrative that people create, that you have to serve others, or your life is insignificant and the only reason for your existence is serving others, not realizing that the reason why you are here is because you chose to be here. If you are, anything in a or especially this is something that gets projected into trad wife dynamics a lot, right? Like many of the trad wives out there, they are not serving their families because that's their purpose. They serve their families because they want to, because they want their children to grow up nicely, because they want their homes to be maintained, right? There is something like understanding, like why is it that you are serving people? Is it like, instead of like stopping to realize the fact that you are not doing this because your life is insignificant and it is meant to be serving others, you are doing this because you want to do this. All right, I want to see this card, the Page of Cups upright, and there is, I think the Ace of Pentacles is sneaking out somewhere in here. But yeah, oh, we have the Ace of Wands as well. Ace of Wands, I think, yeah, it's basically moving past your fears. It's basically moving past your fears. There's so many aces in here. Wait a second, let me check it out. Is it the Ace of, okay, the Ace of Pentacles is in reverse, but I don't know. Yeah, but I think this Ace of Pentacles is in the past, not like yeah, Ace of Pentacles in reverse in the past. And I'm telling you, I think you are having to change your perspective. There are so many aces: Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. I think we saw Ace of Cups in the start of the reading, right? And now we are also seeing the Ace of Wands somewhere there, right? So I'm telling you, this is like, this is about learning. This is about relearning life. I think you're making a new beginning in your life. There's, yeah, with this horse in here and everything else, I just feel like you are determined. You're determined to do something new. I just feel like there is something like, I think, I would say determined in the sense to like bring out the truth, determined in the sense to bring out justice towards the situation, not determined in the sense of, okay, I'm passionate about this. This is determination to prove people wrong, or this is like proving it right, or proving them wrong, proving it to yourself and to everybody else around the world that this is what you are, this is why you're here. All right, I just feel like either this is a person who has brought this to your attention and they are the one who is bringing this clarity to your mind, or this is you yourself just getting motivated to be like, you know what, hell yeah, I'm ready to prove you all wrong. This is the otherwise of the situation that you have been thinking in your mind, right? I love this reading. I love it. Is very beautiful. I've seen aces after aces, right? Ace of Pentacles in reverse, and it was with the Six of Cups in reverse in the back of the deck. So I was like, yeah, like when I cut the deck in half, and yeah, even that gave me that energy. Like, you guys are basically, I think there is one thing that you're trusting God, or you're trusting your intuition to bring you the right things towards you. And there is something like, maybe your past traumas could have been I think I'm being told not to say this to you guys, because maybe you will misconstrue my words. So take this one with a grain of salt with what I'm saying, all right? But I saw that energy, and I also felt like maybe your past patterns or your past traumas could be the reason why you just Maybe you are not able, could be the reason why you're not going towards new financial opportunities or stuff like that. But with the Ace of Wands upright, Ace of, oh, I'm getting that song. I'm getting a spooky sound in the background. What is that song called? I don't know. It's a song. It's a spooky song. Na ta da ti 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 na 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 ta da ti 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 ti. I don't know. Na 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 da na 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 da na ti 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 ti. Did you get the song that I was talking about? Yeah, I'm getting that spooky song in my mind. I think it's your fears that are stopping you from finding like new opportunities. But I don't know. Maybe I'm being told that not to tell you about this because there is something like it's something that you need to work on yourself. Like this, I think this reading is going to leave you with a question in your mind, which is what are the things that I am so spooked about, or what is it that I need to let go of to begin a new journey in my own life, right? So something like that is coming through in here for you guys. Yeah. And I don't know why there is like a spooky element. Maybe you're gonna start something spooky. I don't know. But yeah, something like that is coming through in here. Okay. How can you be more patient with yourself on your journey? That's nice. When was the last time you truly believed in your worth, and how can you remind yourself of that daily? I promise you, my love, your questions, the questions that you are being asked right now is, when was the last time you trusted your intuition? How did it guide you? I'm open to receiving all the good the universe has for me. I'm telling you, right? This feels like I kept it in upright position the time when I was telling it, like giving you the advice. But I have like somehow I'm being told to keep it in a like I feel like putting it in a reverse position, because this seems like you need to be having that compassion within yourself. When was the last time you trusted your intuition? How did it guide you? Like, are you allowing your intuition to guide you in a proper way, or are you allowing the universe to bring its presence for you? Because there is something in there that maybe you have made yourself feel so insignificant to the point and extent where you don't feel like you deserve anything. And that's my point. Like, you don't deserve that. You don't deserve to do that to yourself. You don't deserve to hate yourself like that, right? How can you be more patient with yourself on your journey? I'm a work in progress, and that is okay. When was the last time you truly believed in your worth, and how can you remind yourself of that daily? When was the last time? I think I'll just keep it in here. If you want to screenshot it, you can screenshot it. I'll just keep these questions in here because I feel like you definitely need to ask yourself some of these things. How can you be more patient with yourself on your journey? When was the last time you truly believed in your own worth, and how can you remind yourself of that daily? When was the last time you trusted your intuition, and how did it guide you? I think there could be some delays. I don't know. There was a delay energy that came out in Pushya Nakshatra reading as well. So I think Cancer people are going through some sort of delay of their own kind. I don't know what it is. But how can you be more patient with yourself in your journey? I feel like whatever this is, right? Whatever this is that requires you to process so many emotions, so many different palpable stuff, right? I feel like this is just about being patient with yourself, being kind to yourself, giving yourself that grace, to move forward, move past these. I'm getting the word renditions, so I don't know, but moving past these scary stuff, you know. I choose to see beauty in every moment. And what is the one beautiful thing you noticed about yourself today? I think it's about yourself. Like, try to find that love within yourself or for other people. I would like especially say that if this is about some sort of service industry person or something like that, yeah, I don't know. I'm also getting, please be patient with their actions. Please be patient towards the person that is providing you these services, because they themselves are going through their own thing. Again, I'm getting, what is something beautiful about you that others admire? I choose to see, this is the same card that came in the back of the deck as well, right? I think it's the same one. I choose to see beauty in every moment. What is this card? Yeah, I feel like there is so many beautiful things that you can, there is so much beauty out there that you are missing out on, because I think that's what the universe is telling you. I'm open to receiving all the good that universe has for me. I feel like, yeah, become like, open up yourself to receive the patience, guidance, grace, beauty that other people are trying to give out for you, right? It's not a race, it's not a competition. You don't have to be the first one to get there. I don't know why I felt like saying that, but there is something like, choose to see that beauty in yourself and in other people as well. You are, I'm getting, yeah, with the Hangman upright and the Four of Wands. You are a beautiful person in your own right and in your own respect, alright? And Ace of Cups again in the back of the deck. Yeah, you are a beautiful person in your own respect. I think beauty, because beauty often talks about Venus, right? And Venus, in my opinion, is a planet of self-respect. Whether anybody realizes it or not, nobody respects you. Like, a person who respects himself is way more respectful, is way more respected than a king who gets than the king who rules 4 kingdoms, like, exactly, like, if you have that self-respect for yourself, you're way more respectable than an emperor right there, because it's like, you respect yourself. You don't need a kingdom to respect you, to understand your worth. You know who you are. So a lot of it is like so much Venusian energy coming through. I just feel like this is a call to give that respect to yourself, give that love to yourself, give that nurturing to yourself that you deserve, all right? Because no matter, like, I just feel like Venusian energy is so much about self-respect. Even in Vedas, right? Not in Vedas, but basically in mythology, Shukracharya, that is considered as the guru of Venus, right? He was denied any education in his life, and he still went on to self-educate himself and become one of the biggest teachers. He was denied of being a student in the Gurukul, right? But he later on turned out to become the biggest teachers of all other teachers. He is considered as a guru of esoteric arts and fine and occult arts, right? This is like asking, I feel like this entire reading is asking of you to just figure that out. I don't know why I'm watching this dandelions, I'm watching this hanging trees, right? So something like, I'm getting the word loose ends. Something could be at its, like, I don't know, maybe you need to loosen yourself, like, kind of just attract the peace, blissfulness that is just trying to come into your life. Let it stop by. I usually, I don't give any remedies out there, but one of the best things that I've heard about, just seeing the beauty in life and in everything else, just stop by and just take some time to pause and breathe. experience the, like, feel that gratefulness in your own body, the way it functions, the way the lungs expand, the heart contracts and expands, the way your body magically works itself out to just give you this experience of what a breath can feel like. I just feel like you need to kind of like loosen yourself up, allow yourself to feel that blissfulness, because there is so much around you. With the Four of Wands in here, I just feel like there is so much love, so much empathy, so much compassion out there around you, and you're just missing out on all of that because you're not paying attention to the good things or the beautiful things in your life because you're so spooked out or maybe paranoid by something, right? So don't let that, don't let that cover you up, or there is something like don't let that shadow cover you up, or don't let that miasma sort of just blur your vision, right? Life doesn't need to be so foggy like that. Like, let it all go, leave it, just loosen up, breathe in, breathe out. La 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 la. Damn, this was a good reading. This was a very, very good reading. I loved it. Alright, thank you so much, Ashleshas, for coming into this reading. Do like, share, subscribe, leave a comment if you loved this reading. I would love to read how it resonated with you guys, and yeah, take care of yourself. Bye bye.